This is the Kindy Rockstars Podcast, Season 6. Bringing you incredibly talented singers, artists, creators, and producers in the genre of children's music. I'm your host, Patrick Adams. Each episode will feature songs, album features, or video features, and great stories from the artists themselves. Kindy Rockstars Season 6 is proud to be supported and sponsored by Waldmania Public Relations, serving the family entertainment community for over 20 years, and Debbie Derryberry Kids. Debbie Derryberry, one of Hollywood's most active and sought-after voiceover artists, is best known for voicing Jimmy Neutron in the Academy Award-nominated film Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, and Draculaura in Monster High. A lifetime musician and songwriter, Debbie has written and recorded 4 award-winning preschool music albums. Her song Baby Banana hit #1 on Sirius XM Kid. Her song, written with Grammy-winning artist Lisa Loeb, called The Compost Bin, has won a Napa Award. Her latest album, Gotta Go Green, also a Napa winner, is all about giving kids tangible ways to save the earth through recycling, composting, reducing carbon footprint, and more. Her YouTube channel, Debbie Derryberry Kids, combines her love of cartoons and music with delightful animated videos of her songs. Children listen as well as watch, so a visual component is so important. Kindy Rockstars thanks you so much for your support, and now, on with the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Kindy Rockstars, and I am so happy to have my good friend Cory McAtee back on the show. Hello, Cory.
Yay. Hello.
Nice to see you again.
You too. Great
So,
to be here.
so we've had Cory on a few times with a couple of her first releases, and now we're going to be featuring her album, Steppin With Cory. So, before we get into the album and your featured songs, what have you been up to since the last time we talked?
Well, since the last time we talked, I've released my album that came out in August of 2024, and it's been really, really exciting. It was submitted for the Grammys. It didn't get chosen as a nomination, but it was really, really exciting to go through the process and to share my music with everybody. I'd really been looking forward to having everybody get to hear the things that I'd been working on, and it's just so fun to see people's reactions and to see the excitement that people have for it. I'm just really, really excited to have it out there.
Yeah, talk a little bit about like the making of the album. When you released your first couple of songs, I'm assuming your album was kind of in process, but um, conceptually, what were you like shooting for with this, or was this just I'm going to put some really great songs together and release it?
It was kind of a mix of both things. I initially had started with my first single, which was I Want to Go Outside and Play, Stepping Into the Outside. And it was a song done about having fun in the outdoors. And I didn't necessarily have a theme for my album. It was just kind of a collection of all of these songs that had just kind of come together. I'd been working on them, and it's what I was inspired to write. And a lot of it's kind of an outdoors theme, but not every song. There are a couple of songs in there that are a little different, like Fess Up and Backseat in Between. Um, but yeah, I really enjoy the outdoors, and so I am inspired by the outdoors, and I love doing outdoor activities, and so I think that's kind of the underlying theme of it, and then just some other fun songs that I thought would fit too. And so I ended up titling the album Steppin' With Cory just because it encompasses a variety of things, and just overall I feel like it's just an album of fun that everybody can relate to and that everybody can enjoy. People of all ages, including kids and adults.
Yeah, no, one of the songs we're going to feature like a universal topic, the song Snow Day.
Yes.
When I
Oh,
was in school, oh my God, those were like the biggest things.
that is a really popular song of mine, and it's so much fun. It was one that I had written early on also, and yeah, it's something that I had always forward to as a kid, and I think that kids continue to do that, and everybody loves playing out in the snow too.
Yeah, when we get to that song, I have a few fun stories from snow days, but
Ooh, awesome.
all right. Well, before we get into the songs, anything else about the album that you want to share?
I would just love it if you would check it out. It's just full of fun stuff for everybody. It's got comedy, it's got um silly things that happen. There's a couple of songs that encompass comedy and things that happen between siblings. And so if you have a brother or sister, it's something that's very relatable, or just playing in general. It's just full of a lot of variety, and it's really fun to dance along with too. You can have a great living room dance party while listening to the album.
Very good. Well, yeah, we have a good collection of songs here. So let's kick it off with one that we have featured on the show before. And you mentioned it. I want to go outside and play, stepping into the outside. That was your debut single. So you've had this one out there in the ether for a while now, and
Yes.
you made a video for it. And so how is how has the reaction been to this one? How has this one kind of helped how you grow, your fan base grow? What's your experience with it?
This is a super popular song and I just love it. It's one of my favorites. It's just so much fun. It's got kind of an almost Caribbean type of style to it, and but it's still like pop style. And it's something that is really caught on. The music video for it is really, really fun. Um, there's video of me and a bunch of kids doing different activities outside, and it's just full of happiness and fun. And it's just something that makes you want to dance for sure. It's kind of Disney-esque. And I think it was a great way to introduce my music to the world and to kind of kick off my album with that song. I had released it actually a couple years prior to the rest of the album. And it just really kind of shows things that are important to me and things that I enjoy, and I think that other people enjoy too.
Yep, no, I have to agree. I love fun, upbeat songs that make you feel good, and
Yeah,
this one definitely checks that. So,
definitely.
all right, well, we're gonna play it again for everybody. Here it is, the first single ever from Cory. I want to go outside and play. Stepping into the outside, Cory McAtee.
I love to go out, breathe the fresh air, feel the sunlight on my face, call some friends or go out on my own, immerse myself in the open space, smell the clover, play Red Rover, kick a leaf, I'll climb a tree, watch the birds fly, hold on to a kite, hide and seek in the hanging laundry, blow the dandelion seeds, watch the fuzzy bumblebees, plants are swaying in the breeze, it's happening outside. I want to go outside and play. I want to go outside and play. Stepping into the outside. Pitter patter, I hear a shower. Go out and dance in the rain. Jump the puddles, pop the bubbles, sing a song and entertain. I'm on a mission, expedition, searching for the rainbow's end. Drops of water, sparkle, sun-kissed, falling around while I play pretend. Blow the dandelion seeds, watch the fuzzy bumblebees. Plants are swaying in the breeze, it's happening outside. I want to go outside and play. I want to go outside and play. Stepping into the outside, cool and crisp, warm and bright, through the day into the night. I can't wait, I'm so excited. Come on, let's go. I want to go outside and play. I want to go outside and play. Stepping into the outside. I want to go outside and play. I want to go outside and play. Stepping into the outside. Skipping into the outside. Flying into the outside.
And that was I Want to Go Outside and Play, Stepping into the Outside. All right, the next song, kind of similar. We had you on, I believe it was last season with this one. This was the second song you released, Rock With Me.
Yeah.
Tell us
Rock
about
with
this
me.
one.
Rock With Me is great. It's a rock and pop song. And this song is about rocking along with the music that surrounds you every day. When I was a kid, my younger brother and I would put on these concerts for our parents and for our neighbors. We'd get all dressed up in costumes and we had this big boom box that we would take out to the front stoop and we'd go outside and get dressed up and all the neighbor kids would gather around us and we'd sing and we'd put on this performance and it was like a party there in the neighborhood. And that's kind of what I was envisioning with this song. It just finding the music everywhere around you, whether it's something in nature, whether it's music you're hearing on the radio, or, if it's a CD record, it doesn't matter what type of platform you're listening to, just enjoying that music and rocking along with it, following your dreams. And I made a really fun music video for it too. I put on a wig and was rocking out on a stage, and it was fun. And going to different locations, going to the ocean, going to sand dunes, going to all these different places, rocking out. And I think this is something that everybody can relate to if you've ever sat and daydreamed about being a rock star or something like that, and you've seen yourself in your mind just jamming along with the music. This is kind of that coming to life.
Yeah, and
It's
one
fun.
of the things I love about this song, I love a hooky chorus, one
Yeah.
that like you can remember after you hear the song, just because it's so catchy. And this is definitely one of those.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Yeah, the lyrics came together so well, and then I also had this idea of how the music was going to sound, and I had this melody in my head that goes dun 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 dun. So we just kind of played around with that with instrumentation, and it all came together so well. It's really fun.
yep, I agree, and we're gonna play it now. Here it is, "Rock with Me" by Cory McAtee.
When the radio's on, I sing along. The songs stuck in my head, belting out a tune for the whole room, inviting others to join in. In the shower or car, near or far, every place is a stage. Rock star with my guitar, jamming along with the bass. Riding the waves, I'm the song is me. Hear it play, I wanna sing. Stereo, CD, or MP3, recorded or live, doesn't matter to me. I'll be rocking. Carried away on a musical stream of melodies and big dreams. I'll be rocking. Rock with me. Front porch or grocery store, hanging out with my friends next door. Dance halls, shopping malls, having fun, it's so cool. Sitting on hold on the telephone, elevator or waiting room. I'm gonna bop to the beat and move my feet when I hear those tunes. From reverie, phased into reality, taking over me. I wanna sing. Stereo, CD, or MP3, recorded or live, doesn't matter to me. I'll be rocking. Carried away on a musical stream of melodies and big dreams. I'll be rocking. Rock with me. Oh, rock with me. Rock with me.
And that was "Rock with Me." All right, switching gears a little bit. The next song we're going to feature is called "Wish on a Star." So talk to us about this one.
Wish on a Star is a little bit different than my previous singles. It's a little slower paced, and it's about looking up at the night sky and seeing those stars, maybe seeing a falling star, and making a wish and hoping that your wishes come true. And it's a beautiful song. It really touches on my emotions personally. When I heard it after it had started coming together, I was really touched by it. It just really spoke to me. And I hope that it does the same with my audience. Disney wrote a song about when you wish upon a star, and it's kind of a similar type of theme, but maybe a more modern version of it. Just, appreciating the largeness of the universe and your part in it, and putting yourself out there, and believing that sometimes those wishes can come true.
Yeah, what inspired you to write this song?
I think it was mainly just kind of me thinking about life in the world
Hmm.
and thinking about my own wishes and thinking about um, days where I just kind of looked up at the sky and thought, I'm gonna put this out there. And I've seen falling stars, and I love looking at the night sky anyway, and I've seen the aurora, and it's just beautiful. The night sky is so cool, and it's almost magical the way that those stars sparkle and shine. And so when you get that moment and you're looking up at the sky and it feels so magical, it just feels like you can just put your thoughts out into the world and share it, and maybe something would come back to you. And that's something I wanted to encompass in the song. And with the instrumentation, we had strings playing and we had a variety of different things happening that just kind of all built emotion and kind of expressed that through the music.
Very cool. No, I asked because I am fascinated sometimes with what inspires a song.
Definitely.
Because, hey, for us, kids definitely inspire songs, but sometimes not all the time. And
Right.
we have our own experiences as adults that maybe kind of we grew up with, but can relate to a kid.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. All right, well, we're gonna play this one now. Here it is, "Wish on a Star" by Cory McAtee.
Don't need a telescope to see it right. Like a snow globe with shiny, sparkling lights, the moon and stars, satellites, constellations shimmer through the night to the glittered sky expansive. Looking up with hope, take your chances. Make a wish on a star, close your eyes, 'cause there is magic in the air tonight. If the planets align to make it come true, when you wish on a star, it could happen for you. Oh, wish on a star. Oh, wish on a star. Oh, your dreams are within reach, don't let them stray. Keep focused, listening to what they say. Follow your heart, it knows the way. Speak to the lights, watching as the cosmos play. Marvel up at the night sky. Send it out, let it take flight. Make a wish on a star, close your eyes, 'cause there is magic in the air tonight. If the planets align on a star. Oh, 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 make a wish on a star. Oh, make a wish on a star. Oh, make a wish, make a
And that one was Wish on a Star. All right. The next one, I got to admit, I have an affinity for because it's called Snow Day. And when I was growing up, those were like the wish things ever. So I know what inspired this song. So yeah, tell us about it.
This is a super popular song with my audience. They love to hear it. And I love to sing it. It's so much fun. Snow Day. So as a child, I always loved snow days, and it was an opportunity to stay home from school, and then we could go outside and play in the snow, and there was so much to do in the snow, and then after playing in the snow, we'd come in for some hot chocolate, and it was just something that I really cherished it. I really have always enjoyed it, and I know that other kids look forward to that too. And it's so fun when the kids are having a snow day and you're looking outside and you see all these kids down the neighborhood playing in the snow and going sledding and making snow forts and snowmen and snowball fights and just having a blast out in the snow.
Yeah. Yeah. From my experiences growing up, it's so funny. My first 4 years, I lived in Saudi Arabia. So zero snow days.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Never, barely even rained there. And then from Saudi Arabia, I moved to New Hampshire, where there was a ton of snow, but I think they were so prepared for it that even if it snowed like a foot, we were still walking to our bus stop in a foot of snow and going to school. So
Oh yeah.
probably up in New Hampshire, very few snow days. Then I moved to Virginia. They are not equipped for the most part for snow days.
Oh
So
no.
1 or 2 inches of snow, and I'd be watching the TV and the Hanover County. There we go, snow day. We would have like snow weeks because if
Oh
it
wow.
snowed a lot, there was
Yeah.
a chance that we were out of school for like days. So
Oh
anyway,
wow. Yeah,
from
depending on where you live, I mean, some people get a little bit of snow and then they end up calling a snow day, and then others are, like you said, better equipped for it, and you
yep.
can get a lot of snow and still be going to school.
Yeah, I think Virginia was that sweet spot where we could go a whole winter and it wouldn't snow, or if it did, it was like very little, or we could have multiple blizzards. So we just never knew going into a season what it would be. So anyway,
Yeah.
my little story of why I love that song, and my kids have yet to experience because it never snows here in Vegas.
Oh wow. Well, hopefully they'll get a chance to do it sometime. It's fun to play in the snow.
Yeah, we'll have to travel somewhere where there's snow. My 5-year-old is already asking about snow because she can see it in the mountains in the distance, but
Oh.
she's never experienced it because
Mhm.
it's Las Vegas and it just doesn't do that. And if it does, it doesn't stick to the ground. It's just fun to look at.
Yeah. Well, I've watched videos of pets out in the snow for the first time, and that's always fun too, because they look kind of bewildered, but then they're excited about it too. Yeah, it's great. I love snow. It's fun.
And you get plenty of it where you're at. So,
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've seen years where it was almost up over my head. That's very rare.
wow.
But usually we end up with a couple of inches, and at least we have some days during the school year where kids get to go out and play in the snow and go sledding and make forts and things. And I always make it a plan to go out and do that too because I really enjoy it. I make a snowman family or go out and try to make like a snow castle or something like that. Snow angels. It's fun.
Yep. Okay. Very cool. Well, let's check this one out. Here it is. Snow Day by Cory McAtee.
Outside the flakes are falling, shovels hauling, snowballing, installing, so appalling. By now the school is calling. We all cheer and shout, hooray! We're gonna have a snow day. Snow day, stay home and play. Stop your boots and celebrate. Snow day, stay home and play. Let's have fun day with great care. Scarf and gloves, long underwear. Snow pants, boots, I'll grab that pair. Jacket, hat over my hair. Build up to pure perfection. Waddle outside like a penguin. Snow days, stay home and play. Stop your boots and celebrate. Snow days, stay home and play. Let's have fun in the snow. Snowman angels slipping, sliding, skating, sledding, then colliding, crunching ice. It's so exciting. Making snow farts, great for hiding. Making footprints just for fun. Catching snowflakes on our tongues. Snow days, stay home and play. Stop your boots and celebrate. Snow days, stay home and play. Let's have fun in the snow. Runny nose, chilly toes, frost building on the window. Shiver as the wind blows. Hands and ears are ice cold. Come inside, it's time, let's go. Warm up with some hot cocoa. Snow days, stay home and play. Stop your boots and celebrate. Snow days, stay home and play. Let's have fun in the
And that was Snow Day. All right, we're going to wrap up our song features here with the song Little Red Wagon. Talk about this one.
This is a song that I thought about because when I was a kid, my parents and my grandparents would pull my brother and I around in this little red wagon, and it was just so fun to ride in it. I have great memories of it, and we have great photos of us doing that too. And I've seen other kids do that, and I had this vision of how awesome would it be if a whole neighborhood got together, because I've seen so many people in neighborhoods that have those red wagons. It would be so neat if they all got together and made kind of a parade that went down the street in the neighborhood, and parents were sitting cheering everybody on, and kids were riding in the wagons with their stuffed animals and their pets and instruments and all of these different things. I have this vision in my head of how awesome that would be. And so I was like, oh yeah, that would be a great idea for a song. And so it inspired me to write Little Red Wagons. And I think it would be really, really cool to see that happen with some kids in a neighborhood.
It would. If I remember, almost all of us had those.
Yeah.
Little Red Wagons.
Yeah, they're really popular. They're really common. When I, drive around a neighborhood, I often see them in somebody's yard, and you might see one person pulling a wagon here and there, but I've never seen everybody all get together and do like a parade of them. That would just really, really be cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Definitely. Yeah. Should
All right.
gather everybody together.
Absolutely. Well, here it is, the song Little Red Wagon by Cory McAtee.
Take it to the neighbors, take it down the street. Listen, everybody. I wanna ride through the neighborhood, make a grand parade. Wheels beneath my feet with the rumbling beat, calling friends of every age. We've got a wagon train, little red wagon, rolling across the drive. Shakers, kazoos are playing, we've got the moves for swaying. Come and join the ride.
And that was Little Red Wagon. That wraps up our song features. The album is Steppin' With Cory. So, Cory, let everybody know where they can stream, download, and purchase that album and how they can find and connect with you.
All right. So you can stream it on all of the online streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple. I just made an account on Pandora, so it's on there. Amazon. I have a Bandcamp page where you can order the album if you want a physical copy of the album. And you can find me on, I have my own webpage, corymcatee.com, and I'm on a bunch of different social media platforms, also Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Um, just do a search for Cory McAtee.
Yep, and that's Macatee.
Yes, and Cory for
There
that.
you go. Yeah. All right,
There's a lot
Cory.
of different ways to spell Cory.
Very true. All right. So, final question. What is the next big project or big thing coming up for Cory McAtee?
So I'm kind of in between projects right now, but I've been working on writing some music, and there will be more released in the future. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. And we will be happy to have you back on the show to feature those when you're ready.
All right, sounds great.
All right, Cory, thank you for coming on again. Best of luck as always with the album. Look forward to more videos, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you.